We are in February, and let's do a crystal message for the month. So my name's Elizabeth Harper. My website's sealwithlove.com and intuitivesoulcircle.com. If you haven't already got it, make sure that you get my Healing with the Angels mini course. It's free. There are 3 things your angels want you to know. There's a wonderful meditation that will support your healing with the angels. I've had some incredible feedback about this course, so make sure that you get it. There's a link in the description. Okay, so let's get started with our crystals. What I'd love for you to do is simply invite your soul to guide you to crystal 1, 2, or 3. And it may be that your soul is guiding you to more than one crystal, and that's okay. It's whatever feels right for you. We have a crystal for everyone, and then we'll get on to the individual crystals, right? So the first crystal that came up for everyone is this moonstone. It's rainbow moonstone. And it has little spots of black in it, and grey and white. So moonstone, it connects to the moon, obviously. There is a sense of intuition and femininity and hormonal shifts and all kinds of things that link with the feminine. But when I look at this stone and see that white and black and grey, I think of that we say that there are no grey areas, that it's black and white. And yet here it's saying, but there are some grey areas. So when I tune into the meaning of this for all of us, I almost feel as if we need to be clear on instructions. We need to be structured this month, even though this is a feminine stone, and that femininity is go with the flow, and it's intuition and it's imagination, and it's just let's work with the energy of the moon. It's so sacred and feminine and the goddess energy. I still feel like this is telling us that we need to have structure this month, that lists are going to be good, that a schedule is going to be good, that being clear with the people that we're going to meet, at what time, where, what's going to happen next. There's just a sense of let's have some structure over this month. And I feel that the message is, because of the moonstone, it's saying you could be a little bit floaty. So because of that floatiness, that's why we need to bring you back down to earth and make sure that you have everything that you need that is going to help you throughout each day to be where you need to be, to do what you need to do, etc. And that's why that focus is on structure. I have this sense as well with the stone that relationships in particular, that we're going to, it's almost like want more clarity in our relationships. And that clarity may simply be, well, where do I stand in this relationship? Or what do we need to heal in this relationship? Or what is the grounding force of this relationship? Where are we in it? And I feel with this as well that, we might think about that as love relationships, but it's partnerships, friendships too. And there's almost a little bit of a sense of reconnection with this stone too, with the moonstone. So memories may come up of relationships that you've had, and you might find yourself gravitating towards reconnecting. And again, it feels like that is about clarity in relationships as well. It's such a small stone. I feel like it's so small, and yet it has a really big message. All right. So number 1, the first stone that came up for you is charoite. So this charoite has this beautiful violet, it has some black in it, and lilac as well. So there's a number of different things that come up with this. So when we think of a violet stone, we think of the crown chakra, right? and this sense of cleansing and transmutation because of that violet energy. It's often about transformation, because when we get to the crown chakra, we've been through all these different experiences of the other chakras. Have come to the crown, it's like, well, what's next? Let's clear all of this out and then go back to the beginning again, or go to the next stage, because it's like this is the end of the journey in some respects. It used to be the end of the journey, didn't it? Until we started focusing on chakras that went beyond that. But these chakras are connected more to the physical existence. So I feel that that violet energy, this violet energy, is about that transformation and change. Something is transforming in your life. Something is changing. Something is transmuting. What is it? So your angels, your guides, your loved ones in spirit, all those souls who support and help you, they also come in with this violet vibration too. Because it's the crown chakra, it's that link to the divine, to the spirit realm, to other realms of existence. So the other level of this is saying there's going to be more communication over this month with otherworldly beings. And if there's not communication, you may be thinking about, so how can I connect? Or what modalities do I need to do? Or what healing do I need to do at the moment? These are all connected. How am I going to develop my intuition? How am I going to really expand my psychic gifts? So you may find yourself gravitating towards those kind of modalities. But on a physical level, this is saying something is changing. And you're moving to a new stage of awareness. You're moving into a new adventure in your life. And you're leaving something behind. So then this violet, I feel, comes in as a little bit of grief. Because when we leave something behind, we feel the grief for it. We feel the pain of loss for that. No matter what it is, there is still this sense of loss that is there. So I feel that violet is coming in with that message too, that remember to heal the loss, whatever you're letting go of, remember to heal from that so that you can step forward into a new adventure. I feel like this stone as well is connecting to travel. It's connecting to, it could be the travel of the mind. I feel like it's travel. There's almost a feeling of traveling somewhere either you've been before in this lifetime or you're reconnecting with from a previous lifetime. So it feels like there's some connection with travel. And it may just be that, you know, you see a picture on the internet of a place and you just feel your heart going out to that place. And that's it. It's that travel of your spirit to a place where you've been before. Okay, I feel that's it. Actually, no, there's one more thing with this. Even though it's violet and you think of transformation, I have this word merriment that comes from it. So there is some kind of celebration, merriment, joyfulness that is there. And, you know, we think of celebration sometimes as having a party, and it's not necessarily party time. This feels more like, you know, I've achieved something. I've been successful at something. I've let go of something. Or I've stepped into this new thing and I've been brave enough to do it. And it feels like that's what this is saying. There's going to be some merriment there. Think of merriment like Robin Hood or something, you know, in The Merry Men. I rarely say that word merry. So, okay, number 2. This stone is hematite. So this hematite has a shiny silvery surface, doesn't it? So you can practically see yourself in it. It's a message in that in itself, isn't it? So hematite, by the word, heme is blood. So from a physical perspective, this is about healing the blood. So in the Soul Circle this week, we did a meditation to clear the energy of abundance with our ancestors, around our ancestors, and I feel that that is what is connecting with this stone, is clearing energy around connected with your ancestors. So belief patterns, experiences, anything that has been holding you back, blocks. It feels like that's what this stone is about. And it's about looking in the mirror and seeing who you are, where you've come from, all the blood that is within you, the DNA that is within you, the energy that is you is not fresh and new. It's come from all these other beings of light that have been part of your ancestral line. And you have that within you. You have all their experiences, all their knowledge, all their wisdom, all their pain and their suffering, all their beliefs, all those patterns. So I feel with this that it's about making an intention to start clearing that energy. What is it you want to release? Look into your DNA. What is it you want to let go of? What's stuck in your life at this moment? Look to your ancestors, because there's an energy within you, and it's not about blaming them at all. It's about recognizing that this is something to heal. This is something to release and let go of. There's an interesting thing with this as well. I see an image of looking into the mirror and really being happy with who you are. And I want to say, are you able to do that? Are you able to look into the mirror and just tell yourself how much you love yourself, and keep telling yourself that? You know, it's not a one-time thing. Just looking into your eyes and saying, I love you. And keep saying it until you really feel it, until it really resonates in your being and it's the truth. Because sometimes we say it and it doesn't mean anything, they're just words. But those words have a vibration, of course, and that vibration is going to have an impact. But I feel with this that the message is to really mean it. To look in the mirror, look into your eyes, tell yourself that you love yourself, admire yourself, you're proud of yourself, you appreciate yourself. And really mean that. And keep saying that until you do. And it may not be a one-day thing. Every day, it would be good to say those words, to really appreciate who you are, to love who you are. And when I get a sense of this stone with that as you do this, to imagine that you are saying it to all of your loved ones, all of your ancestors, so that it helps them to heal as well. It doesn't matter that they're not here on the physical plane in your family. They are in your group. They are part of your soul group. And they will appreciate that healing, that release. And I'm hearing, and that forgiveness as well. Okay. I love that. Number 3 is sodalite. So this particular piece of sodalite has a lot of white in it, doesn't it? It's kind of an interesting piece, really, because I don't know if you can see that, if it goes a bit blurry. It's kind of like it's got a grid on it, like a little grid work, which is very interesting to me. And some part of this almost looks like a butterfly. You know, like a butterfly's wings has this kind of like a grid system on it as well. That's what I'm sort of seeing here too, which I love. All right, well, sodalite. And we often connect with sodalite as a stone of intuition. It's the third eye, it's the throat chakra. It's a stone that's going to help and support us as we awaken as intuitives and healers and speakers, etc., because of that blue vibration. This is blue and white is a color that has all colors within it. It has a rainbow of colors, doesn't it? So when I tune into this stone, I get the same structured vibration that we had right at the beginning with the rainbow moonstone. That same energy is coming in for me as I'm tuning into this solar light. It's like, okay, so let's get some structure going here. What are we going to do? And I feel with this blue that blue is a color of responsibility and control and authority, and it's like your mother. It's an energy of your mother when you come to blue. You think that pink would be your mother, but no, it's blue. It's that Mother Mary energy. It's the mother. So when I tune into this, I get this sense of being mom, of making sure everybody else is organized, that everybody's got something that they need to have. They've got their food, and they're getting the love that they need, and they're getting the support that they need. So there really is a feeling with this of making sure everything is okay in your life, around your life, with all your loved ones. And there is a sense here of remembering yourself as well in that equation. So you may be really good at looking after everybody else, sorting out their problems. But Source now is saying, okay, what about you? Time to communicate with you. Time to organize you. So it is almost like a piece of a butterfly wing. So a butterfly would be transformation and change. So I feel the message with this is you can take change in stages. Doesn't have to be all at once, because sometimes when we think of change and transformation, we get a little bit sort of deer in headlights, don't we? It's like, oh man, I've got so much to change. But it can be just in stages, in little pieces. I'm thinking how this is fitting into my own life at the moment as well. Change, it looks so big. But then if we just do it in these tiny little pieces, they all add up to the bigger change, and it's more manageable. I want you to say more digestible as well. So the blue vibration, when I connect to this with the white, I feel like there may have been some conversations or thoughts, scenarios or stories around communication that has not been beneficial, or they've been difficult, challenging. And when you think about what I just said, you might immediately go to things like arguments. But this can be the conversations that are difficult with people because they are suffering, because there's pain. And I feel with this that there is some kind of clearing and healing that needs to be done around difficult conversations, around challenging communication, whatever that may look like for you. And I'm also getting the sense of, in any kind of conversation that you have that is challenging and difficult, is to see the other person's life and experience of that conversation as well, to see it from their perspective. And this is not so you can go on a guilt trip or anything like that. It's any instance where there is a challenge. It's to imagine what it's like for them. That's the feeling that I'm getting with this stone. So that there's almost a humanitarian energy with this, of understanding the perspectives of others, where they're coming from, who they are, how they got to this point, and to honor the conversation, to bless them, to forgive them, to let them go, to heal them, whatever it is you need to do to help clear the energy for yourself and for them. And I'm being shown an image of a conversation between you. And there's an energy in between. So there's energy that comes from you, there's energy that comes from them, and then there's the energy in between where they meet. And I'm being shown that that energy comes into the earth. So as you clear and heal yourself and the other, remember to do it for the earth as well. That's the message. So then when I look at this grid work, it's like the earth's ley lines. So that as you clear that energy within yourself, within the other, and within the earth, you are clearing it through time, through space, through all reality, this lifetime, other lifetimes. We think it's a one-time conversation, and we think it might be a one-time healing, but it's not. Many different levels. And what I'm getting with that is, it's time. You know, it needs to be now. It's not something to be put off into the future. It needs to be now. And you're a part of that. Okay. I love that. Thank you so much for being with me as always. Let me know how those messages resonated with you. Thank you for sharing my work. I'm so appreciative of you and your presence and your time. Thank you. Sending you so much love. I'll see you next week.